Welcome back to my KEEPUP channel. Terrifying Titan communication logs that detailed chaos between the doomed submersible and its mother ship revealed to be fake following year-long investigation. A transcript that purportedly detailed the communications between those on board the doomed Titan submersible and its mother ship, as it descended towards the wreck of the Titanic last June, has been revealed to be completely fake. The communications log had already drawn suspicion when it was released last summer, as it documented a series of alarming events that turned a dive to the bottom of the Atlantic into a desperate struggle for survival. This log served to document the 5 voyagers' futile efforts to get back to the surface. But the head of the U.S. Federal Investigation Team has now declared the transcript to be entirely fictitious. After almost a year of thorough investigation, the team found no evidence indicating that the Titan's occupants had any warning of the catastrophic implosion that was about to take place, and ultimately claimed their lives. At the immense depths of 2 miles beneath the surface where the incident occurred, the pressures would have caused the submersible's hull to collapse instantaneously. "I'm confident it's a false transcript. It was made up," Captain Jason D. Neubauer, a retired U.S. Coast Guard officer and chairman of the Marine Board of Investigation, stated. It's not clear who the original source of the false document was. The false transcript, emerging in late June, detailed supposed minute-by-minute communications filled with technical jargon and realistic descriptions, including acronyms unique to the Titan, giving it an air of authenticity. It suggested the Titan's crew was in a state of panic, dealing with hull alarms and cracking noises, before communications abruptly ceased. The transcript focused on the RTM, or Real-Time Hull Health Monitoring System. The OceanGate firm described the system as proprietary, with an unparalleled safety feature that assesses the integrity of the hull throughout every dive, which would warn of any issues. One portion of the Titan transcript saw it telling the mother ship of various hull alarms, together with crackling noises. A message nearing the end of the fake communications was regarding the sensor and read, "RTM alert active, all red." But the fake transcript ended with silence, as the mothership sent 7 messages asking about its fate. The purported last message said, "Please respond if you're able." "Somebody did it well enough to make it look plausible," Neubauer said, with the log making the adventurers look like they were panicking. Dr. Alfred S. McLaren, a retired Navy submariner and submersible pilot, initially found the transcript plausible, but later speculated that it might have been fabricated to discredit OceanGate or distress the victims' relatives. "It may have been done to embarrass OceanGate," he told the New York Times. "It certainly was guaranteed to stir up the relatives." Despite its convincing appearance detailing the back-and-forth communications between the sub and the mother ship, the federal team identified several discrepancies. Crucially, they had access to actual communications records between the Titan and its mother ship, which remain confidential. The official records, as seen by the National Transportation Safety Board, revealed no evidence that the crew was aware of their impending fate. Neubauer hopes that the truth might offer some solace to the victims' families, and alleviating concerns that their loved ones suffered in their final moments. "It doesn't make it any less painful, but it can help," he told the New York Times. The revelations over the fake's transcript are the first to emerge from an extensive investigation that began last summer. While there were hopes of concluding the investigation by the 1-year anniversary of the Titan's loss, a final report could take years. Neubauer highlighted the complexities of the investigation, including the lack of witnesses, new vessel technologies, and jurisdictional challenges due to the disaster occurring in international waters. The investigation involves multiple international partners and the U.S. Navy's assistance in debris recovery. Although the initial goal was to complete the report within a year, Neubauer indicated it would likely take between 2 and 3 years, a typical timeframe for such comprehensive inquiries. He emphasized that despite the long process, the findings may lead to new safety regulations, which could provide some comfort to the victims' families, knowing that their tragedy might help prevent future disasters. The 5 men aboard the submersible were Shahzada Dawood, 48, a British-Pakistani businessman, his son, Suleiman, 19, Hamish Harding, 58, a British airline executive, Paul-Henri Nargeolet, 77, a French Titanic expert, and Stockton Rush, 61, the founder and CEO of OceanGate, the American firm that built the submersible and ran the dives for tourists. He was also piloting the Titan on the day of the tragedy. Rush, who piloted the Titan, had previously dismissed concerns about the sub's experimental design and that it was destined to fail. Despite being termed an experimental craft, it had submersed beneath the waves a total of 90 times and had reached the depths of the Titanic on 13 occasions. The Titan went missing on June 18, 2023, with the debris was found near the Titanic's wreck in the North Atlantic 5 days later, tragically confirming that a catastrophic implosion had occurred. During the search, hopes were briefly that those on board might still be alive, raised by reports of underwater noises and discussions about the sub's remaining oxygen. It led to a fleet of international vessels coming to search for the lost sub. On June 22, 5 days later, the Coast Guard confirmed their worst fears after debris from the Titan was discovered and the sub had imploded. Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.